Hello all, welcome to my video channel Simple Concepts by DJ. Today I am going to teach a numerical problem which involves the passage of current through a single resistor. But before that, please don't forget to subscribe my channel for more interesting and informative videos. So let's get into the problem. So find the current through the 15 ohm resistor, right? So we have three loops. This is first loop, this one is a second loop, and this one is a third loop. So now what they are asking is, they are asking you to find the current that is passing through the 15 ohm resistor. The 15 ohm resistor is being situated on top of the second loop. So what we should do is, we need to mark the sides with alphabets. So I am going to mark the corners A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So in this loop, I have two batteries, two voltage sources. One is 400 volts and another one is 200 volts. Okay, so remaining things and all are resistive networks. We have resistors everywhere. So now, after marking the corners with alphabets, we should move to marking the direction of currents. That is very important. That is mandatory. So let us assume that the current which is coming out of this 400 volt battery is I. So this current passes through this point B. Again, at this junction B, another current I1 flows through this 15 ohm resistor, and another current I minus I1 flows through the 80 ohm resistor. Now they are asking you to find the current value which is passing through the 15 ohm resistor. So we know that we are supposed to find the value of I1, because I1 is the current that is passing through the 15 ohm resistor. So I1 reaches at this point C, and again the current divides into two currents. That is, this I1 current is divided into I2. I2 is a current which flows through the 10 ohm resistor and reaches the 200 volt battery. Another current which is passing through the branch which has this 90 ohm resistor is I1 minus I2. Right. Once again I'm repeating, this I current reaches this B point. It is divided into two currents. One is I1 and another one is I minus I1. As the current I1 reaches point C, the point C again it divides into current I2 and other current as I1 minus I2, that is flowing in the 90 ohm resistor branch. Okay, now what are we supposed to do is, again I am going to take all the current directions in my direction of travel will be always in the clockwise direction. Right, so the first thing is I am going to consider this loop. So I am writing it as loop ABGHA. ABGHA. Now when I apply this KVL, what will happen is, I am writing here. Okay, so the values will be minus I into 20. 20 is a 20 ohm resistor. Again, if I travel in the clockwise direction, I encounter this current, that is the product of current into resistance, that is minus 80 into I minus I1. Similarly, when I am moving in this direction, the battery value will be from minus to plus. So since it is from minus to plus, I add a positive sign, plus 400 equal to 0. Minus I into 20 minus of 80 into I minus I1 plus 400 equal to 0. So my value will be minus 20I minus 80I plus 80I1 plus 400 equal to 0. So now 80, 20, it will be minus 100I plus 80I1 plus 400 equal to 0. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to change the signs. So if I change the signs, it will be 100i minus 80i1 minus 400 equal to 0. So I can cancel these zeros, 0, 0 and 0. So it will be 2 5s are 10i minus 2 4s are 8i1 minus 2 2s are 4 0 equal to 0. Now I am bringing this minus 20 to the right hand side of the expression. So it will be 5i minus 4i1 equal to 20. This is equation number 1. 5i minus 4i1 is equal to 20, because plus 20 minus 20, when it goes to the other side, it will be plus 20. So I am recording the equation here. 5i minus 4i1 equal to 20. This is my equation number 1. 5i minus 4i1 equal to 20. I am rubbing this calculation part because I have obtained equation 1, which is necessary for loop 1. Now I am considering the second loop, BCFGB. Loop 2 is BCFGB. Right? The second loop is BCFGB. So if I apply KVL over here, what are the values that will come is minus I1 into 15 minus 90 into I1 minus I2, and it will be plus 80 of I minus I1, which will be equal to 0. Again, minus 15 into I1 minus 90 into I1 minus I2 and plus 80 into I minus I1 is equal to 0. So it will be minus 15 I1 minus 90 I1 plus 90 I2 plus 80 I minus 80 I1 equal to 0. Minus 15 I1 minus 90 I1 plus 90 I2 plus 80 I minus 80 I1 equal to 0. Now I am taking this I values first. So if I consider this taking this I value, I have only one I value, 80I, right? I don't have any I values over here. Now I am taking this minus 15 I1 value, minus 15 I1 minus 90 I1 minus 80 I1, right? Now I am taking I2 values. I have only one I2 value, 90 I2 equal to 0. So it will be 80I minus, what will be 90 plus 80 plus 15, 5, 8. So it will be 185. So it will be minus 185 I1 plus 90 I2 equal to 0. So now what we are supposed to do is 5 1s are 5, 5 6 are 30I minus 5 3s are 15, 3 5 7s are 35 I1 plus 5 1s are 5 4, 5 8s are 40 I2 equal to 0. So this is the required expression, equation number 2. So I am recording this equation over here. So it will be 16I minus 37 I1 plus 18 I2 equal to 0 will be my equation 2. So I am erasing this calculation part. Now let's consider the third loop, that is the final loop. So I am writing it as loop CDEFC. This will be my final loop. So if I happen to put this KVL, my values will be minus I2 into 10 minus 200 and again plus 90 into I1 minus I2, I1 minus I2 equal to 0. So my values will be minus 10 into I2, minus 10 into I2 minus 200 plus 90 I1 minus 90 I2 equal to 0. So now I have this 90 I1 here, only one I1 term. I have two I2 terms as minus 90 I2 minus 10 I2, which will be minus 100 I2. I1 is over, I2 is over. So remaining I have minus 200 equal to 0. So what will happen? I am going to take away these zeros. So the value will be 9I1 minus 10I2 minus 20 equal to 0. 9I1 minus 10I2 minus 20 is equal to 0. So I am taking this 9I1 minus 10I2 equal to 20. I am considering this as equation number 3. So I arrived at equation number 3, which is the required equation for loop 3. So 9I1 minus 10I2 equal to 20. This is equation number 3. So I got 3 set of equations here. So now what am I going to do is I am going to consider this equation and this equation. So considering equation, first equation and second equation, so it will be 5I minus 4I1 equal to 20, and 5I minus 4I1 equal to 20, and 16I minus 37I1 plus 18I2 equal to 0. This one will be equal to 20. So we need to cancel this common term I. So what we are supposed to do? We need to find which is the value where we can go ahead and cancel both the terms. So I want to cancel this term. So what I do is I'll take 16 into 5. 16 5s are 80, right? So this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So equation 1 I am multiplying with 16. If I multiply with 16, 16 5s are, I'll be getting 80I minus 16 into 4. 16 into 4, it will be 64I1 is equal to 16 times of 20 will be 320. So it will be 320. So now I am going to multiply equation 2 by 5. So if I multiply 16 into 5 will be 80. So it will be 80I minus 37 into 5. 37 into 5 will be 185I1 plus 18 into 5 will be 90I2 is equal to 0. Now these two terms are common, so I am cancelling it and I am going to change the signs. Okay, minus will become plus and plus will become minus. So what will happen? 185 minus 64. 185 minus 64 is nothing but 121I1 minus 90 of I2 will be equal to 320. This is equation number 4, right? I have got this equation number 4. Now I got value of I1 and I2. Similarly, I have in the third equation I also have the value of I1 and I2. So what I can do is I can solve 3 and 4 once again. So now I'm considering equation 3 and 4. Third equation is nothing but 9i1 minus 10i2 equal to 20. This is equation number 3, and fourth equation is 121i1 minus 90i2 equal to 320. This is equation 4. Now again I am going to multiply equation 3 by 9. So what will happen is 9 9s are 81i1 minus 9 10s are 90i2 is equal to 9 into 20 is 9 zeros are 0, 9 2s are 18, 180. So this is equation 3 that is being multiplied by 9. I am keeping this fourth equation, I am writing the fourth equation as 121i1 minus 90i2 equal to 320. This is equation number 4. So what will happen? You need to strike out the like terms. Like terms is 90i2, 90i2. So what I have to do is I need to change the signs. So plus will become minus, and here this plus will become minus. So 121 minus 81 will be 40. I will be getting minus 40i1 is equal to minus 320 minus 180. That will be minus 140. So I1 is nothing but 140 divided by 40. So what is 140 divided by 40? 140 divided by 40 will be 3.5. 3.5. So I1 is equal to 3.5 amperes. So here in the question they are asking you to find the current that is passing through the 15 ohm resistor. So the current that is passing through the 15 ohm resistor is nothing but I1. So we have found the value of I1 as 3.5. So that comes to the end of the solution. So we have got the required solution. No need to find the remaining currents because our main objective is to find only I1. That's it. I hope this video will be interesting and informative to you. But before that, I would like you all to subscribe to my video channel so that you will be getting some recent and latest updates.